Welcome to Anguilla. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be on this amazing island. But on today's episode of The American Dream, we're showcasing where the whole show started, America's finest city of San Diego. And we're going around with Seth O'Byrne. You've seen him on the show before, top realtor. He's going to showcase one of the coolest projects you've ever seen, from commercial to residential to luxury, the park. This is one of the best projects you've ever seen in Southern California. Got a great show for you. Let's start the American Dream right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain in the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
On our national show, The American Dream, we love celebrating the stories of cool real estate. We do shows in Miami, New York City, Chicago, all across the country. When we talk about this unique niche, high-rise luxury, he's the man right here, Seth O'Byrne, joining us in Anguilla. So talk to me about that unique real estate.
Yeah, so high-rise living has been huge, all across the country for almost a century. And what high-rise living really understands is when you want to live in an urban center and you've got to put a lot of people there, you got to go vertical.
Yep.
But San Diego being late to the high-rise game, it gave developers like Zephyr the opportunity to do it in a way that people live now. And that means large balconies, big outdoor space, large closets. These are homes that are in the middle of the sky, but they feel like a mansion in the middle of Rancho Santa Fe or Costa de Casa. And so I think that's what's so exciting about this building and why I'm excited to show it.
All right, man, well, let's go give it a look.
One of the things that in my previous career that I brought to the San Diego market, was one of my proudest moments, was I actually brought the indoor-outdoor living piece to the San Diego market. We're in Hawaii and I'm seeing these huge sliding glass doors that completely pocket into things, and it's indoor and outdoor living. And I came back and I said, why aren't people doing that in housing? In San Diego, we got better climate that they do in Hawaii.
Buyers, they all want the same thing. They want walkability, they want interior and exterior architecture that matches the quality of their lifestyle, and they want privacy and exclusivity even within their building. And so what differentiates our building from many other luxury buildings in the marketplace is we really are trying to attract a single buyer profile. We wanted to create a building that, the buyer profile is fairly homogeneous, it shares common goals, and because they share common goals, we're able to create a lifestyle for them there that they appreciate and recognize and find value in.
Unobstructed views, and it'll never change. It will never be developed. You feel like you're living in the trees at Balboa Park, which is really a cool feeling.
Not a bad house here at the Four Seasons in Anguilla, huh?
Yes.
Awesome renderings. What a cool project. What's it like in person?
Yeah, the park is amazing. I mean, if you think the renderings are impressive, you're about to see what this property looks like inside. And the materials they're peerless. You know, there's so many great high-rises in San Diego that I think all of us downtown real estate brokers are really proud of. But this project is really one of a kind. The geometric patterns, the choice of stone, the choice of wood, the full vanishing edge doors that open up overlooking downtown San Diego and the bay and Balboa Park. You know, the renderings were not lying.
Something you just got to go see.
Exactly.
All right, let's go check it out.
My experience walking into the park for the first time was almost like looking into the future.
Words fall out of my mouth, they drift to the ground and they don't make a sound.
San Diego has always been a celebrated town for the vacation lifestyle, for the relaxed lifestyle. What the park does is it allows San Diego to establish its own brand of sophistication. And the park has been constructed as a building to meld those two lifestyles. And I think it's the first time that an architect and a developer tried that and actually really succeeded. You're gonna see instantly that same level of quality that you have in your Manhattan home, in your San Francisco home, in your home in London. So what you have that is so incredible is a property that is going to be at the same caliber of any international property. So you can feel just as proud of the inside of the home and the exterior of the property of the park as you are any of your other properties that own all over the world. Bankers Hill has smaller buildings, which give you more access to views of the ocean, more views of the palm trees, the eucalyptus trees that line Balboa Park, and the views of the sky itself. And so there's a sense of being both urban and suburban all at the same time, and that's really what makes Bankers Hill such a special space.
The American Dream is a national show, but we give you local market expertise. Now you're going to hear from a top producing realtor in your market about what's going on in your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, here today in Quincy, Massachusetts. Really fired up to show you a cool city just south of Boston, about 10-minute Uber ride. We've been talking about it for years, a lot of development. Going to meet up with one of our power players, Austin Partain from William Ravis. He's going to show us around. Let's check it out. Austin.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Fired up to be here.
Oh, I'm so excited, so excited. It's a great city. I'm excited to talk about it.
Yeah, we've been talking about it, I feel like, for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And Real Estate Talk Boston, other things, and now we got the opportunity to finally be here.
Yeah, when we first met, I mean, half the buildings that are down here, this was a 4-lane road. I mean, so much was different about Quincy 5 years ago. So much history here. It used to be the place to be, and there's so many parties involved just trying to bring it back to what it used to be, you know?
I'm psyched because you're going to show us a few different parts of the city and some characters within.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Jimmy Liang. He owns Fuji Restaurant. They've been here for a while. He's going to talk about the change he's seen since all the new development. Talk to the mayor. Obviously, he's been a huge influence in been pushing all these changes to kind of bring the city back to what it used to be. And we're going to talk to Ed Fitzgerald. He's at the Historic Society. He's going to tell us a little bit about the deep history of Quincy.
Well, no better person to show us.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
I'm a Quincy kid.
Yeah.
I grew up here. I believe in the city. I always have.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great place. And when I had an opportunity to start my own business, I said to myself, we're better than my own backyard.
Yeah.
One thing that a lot of people don't know, I don't think, Quincy Center used to be called Shoppers World USA.
That is something that I read when I first came here, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, how in the world is this ghost town?
Yeah.
How is it Shoppers Town? I think eventually this whole downtown is going to be a bustling scene. And probably, maybe they'll call it Shoppers Town USA again. You never know. You never know. It could happen.
It could. You never know. You're right.
You know, when I first moved to Quincy, I'm not from around here, and I kind of found myself into real estate. And from what I understood, it used to be called Shopperstown, USA. It was like the place to be.
Back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, this place was really bustling. Then the advent of the malls came along in the 60s and 70s and really destroyed main streets all across the country. You know, we've been rebounding from that since we've been in office. We've talked about creating a whole new concept, a really new neighborhood in the downtown. We want 24/7 action down there. By having the amount of apartments and units and condominiums, it automatically feeds restaurants and shops and so forth. It's really happening before our eyes, and
It is. I mean, I see it firsthand with the people that I talk to when they say they want to be in Quincy, and we talk about why. It's because of a lot of what's happened over the last few years. So it's not an idea anymore. It's actually happening. I know it's exciting for you, having lived here your whole life, and it's exciting for me to be a part of it and to see it happen.
Strap yourself in. It's going to be quite a ride the next couple of years.
All right, so I'm here today with Ed Fitzgerald. He's the director of the Historical Museum here in Quincy.
Quincy's roots go back to the earliest days of 1625. Right from the beginning, we were a place that really kind of shook things up. And then, of course, most famously, that was John Adams with the American Revolution, and John Quincy Adams helping to create the new country after that, and two presidents. So yeah, the granite industry here, some of the really great landmarks of America were made out of that.
And then we have, I know there's a shipyard here. And
late 1600s was the first one, and then it really picked up 1790s. There was some through the 1800s. Then really in turn of the 20th century, going into 1900, guy named Thomas Watson, the same guy who was with Alexander Graham Bell on the telephone. The guy.
I thought the name sounded familiar. Amelia Earhart, I believe.
Yeah, she flew out of the
Marina Bay, right?
Marina Bay.
That's amazing.
One of the earliest air shows in the history of the country was held here. Howard Johnson, who, if you drove across America, you look for Howard Johnson's to go eat at.
Wow. I think everybody knows about Dunkin' Donuts now all across the world, but you know, when I first moved here, I don't even think I knew that Dunkin' Donuts started here.
They retrofitted the original location so it looks like it did in 1950 when it first opened.
Wow.
I think people who come here want to see where the Adams lived. So you can see the birthplaces, you can see what they call the Old House, which is where both of them lived when they were president, and then two more generations of really great Americans lived.
I could spend a lot of time. I could spend all day here and all week. I love history. And, you know, again, not growing up here, I feel like there's a lot that I missed out on in learning about Quincy. And I've tried to catch up since I moved to the area, gotten into real estate. But, Ed, I really appreciate your time. And
glad you came.
I look forward to chatting with you again. And thanks for the little history lesson on Quincy.
Terrific.
Appreciate it. All right.
So when you're in Anguilla, you might as well drive around in a Four Seasons golf cart, right? Yeah. All right. So awesome video, awesome project. Tell us about like what really goes into these things, because obviously you're the mastermind behind it.
Yeah, you know, it's all about teamwork. You know, no big project of this caliber can happen without a lot of good people, you know, and it starts, you know, of course it starts with our team, right? You know, we've got a great team, Mia Tidwell, Kiki Jones, Alina Mendoza, all the great people on our team. But we also enlisted, you know, a Hollywood director, Frank Kiva, who's obviously a really good friend of the show as well, and his creative vision was a big part of this. We used a company called Hollywood Special Ops who rented us some of the most exclusive cameras in the world.
Well, no matter where you are in the country watching this show, everybody loves just a cool story of luxury real estate. So let's just go check out the next clip.
Love it.
Here we go.
The secret behind the O'Byrne team is that team mentality. You know, we've assembled a masterclass team for this project.
We have such great technical partners. We've partnered up with Hollywood Special Ops out of Los Angeles, and we have some very special cameras on deck. Stuff that a lot of productions would literally kill to have.
So in the spirit of doing the avant-garde shoot that we chose for this particular video, it was really important for all of us to come together and have the right dancer and the right choreographer to really tell the story of the park.
When the dust settles, you will see that when people are looking to take on a project of this caliber, the O'Byrne team really is the only choice.
I know those weren't shot on an iPhone. So talk about the cameras and the technology that goes into this thing.
Yeah, so, you know, when we worked with Hollywood Special Ops, we rented a Phantom Flex 4K, and that camera shoots at 2,000 frames per second. That literally means that you can count the number of confetti particles in the air. We slow it down to such an incredible speed, and part of why we did that is we wanted to give a dreamlike quality to this shoot, and that's very intentional, right? When you shoot a project like this, you want to make it feel like a dream because it's something that you aspire to, and that's why the equipment was so important, so expensive, but so important.
So important, and look, you're telling a story about the project, and these days when you're selling real estate, it's not just about an open house sign in the yard. There's online, digital, social, so you're creating that allure that's attracting people, and I'm sure international buyers as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, man. Well, let's go check out the next clip.
When we look back historically, we will say that the park was one of the most groundbreaking projects in San Diego. They really wanted us to create an immersive experience in this video.
When you're shooting at 2,400 frames per second, you can literally slow that piece down to where you can count the pieces of confetti falling in the air. We have employed all these different tactics to really create a special atmosphere and a special depth to each shot. We want people to be able to experience the shot.
When all the dust settles and you look back, I think it's going to be very clear that this building is on top of the rest of the real estate industry.
There's a lot of people out there who are going to see this and say, wow, I need to step up my game. And I think that's exactly what we want.
All right, Seth, tell us about the girl. I mean, clearly she is talent. She's worked with all these big names, and now she's working with you on a real estate project.
Yeah.
Explain how important that was.
Yeah, you know, it was exciting. And you know, we did it for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons we did it is because so few people go to that level. You know, she's on the show Transparent. She's worked on Amazon shows. She's worked with Netflix. She's worked with Solange Knowles brands. And so what we noticed with her and what Frank Kivo loved, our director, was that she had a really interesting type of body movement. She danced, she was modern and contemporary, but she was very classic at the same time. And you know, this building is modern and contemporary and classic and all those things. And so we wanted to choose a dancer whose movements were really emblematic of the building. And I think we really accomplished that.
All right, man, we're here. We're at the Four Seasons. You want to go in?
Let's do it.
Let's park the cart. Check out this next clip. Oh, we're there at the end.
You were perfect.
We're working with Carissa Kroger, who in the dance world is incredibly well known.
When I met Carissa a couple of years ago, I had no idea of the profound impact she's had on the dance community. I slowly became acquainted with her and realized very quickly that she danced for people like Lorde.
You can see her work on Netflix and Amazon. She worked for Ford Motors. She was on The Ellen Show.
I said, wow, she has next level talent. I want to work with her.
There's so many people that bring her into their pieces because her movement is really peerless.
When the park and the Oberon team said, hey, we want to do a dance piece, I knew right then who I was going to use.
Drinks are here.
Thank goodness.
Perfect time to talk about the trampoline that was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tell us about the trampoline.
Trampoline was important. You know, when we got the listing of the penthouse, which is a 2-story penthouse, 30-foot ceilings, no one thought that we could pull off a trampoline as part of the property video. And when we assembled it, no one thought the builder would be okay with it. No one thought that it would be safe enough. Everyone thought someone was going to get hurt. But what ended up happening was it was the best part of the entire marketing campaign. And we were able to suspend our dancer in air. And at the same time that we're showing off the height and the ceiling and the volume, we're showing off the feel of being so high above everything in this high-rise.
Well, when you're marketing real estate and you're talking about high-rise living, don't people think, oh, there's not enough space? So what you did is you've created this very artistic way of showing space in a luxury high-rise.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's have these drinks. Check out the next clip. Cool?
One of the things that we really wanted to do was give that feeling of you're so high above everything else. The penthouse is a 2-story penthouse with 30-foot ceilings, and by bouncing our dancer on a trampoline and actually having her suspended in the air, we're able to really create this feeling of floating and being above everything else.
We're going to be going up on the catwalk. We'll be on the staircase. We're going to be on the patio. We're going to actually get on the trampoline with the dancer. I don't know what to expect. I hope that it comes out. I hope nobody gets hurt. But I've never been on a trampoline with somebody trying to film them before.
Although it's scary, I think after this, I'm gonna grab Seth. I'm gonna double bounce him on that. We're gonna wrap this thing.
So some fun talk about marketing, but let's talk a little bit about the market. The American Dream, a national show all across the country where we bring you award-winning realtors to give you expert advice on what's happening in your city. Next update coming at you now.
Hey guys, American Dream Boston 2.0. We're up here in Lynnfield, Massachusetts, just about 15 minutes north of the city. It's freezing cold in the middle of January, but we're gonna check out some really cool properties, beautiful neighborhood, cool town. We're at 6 Ramsdale Way. Louise Touchette, one of our Boston Power players, is the listing agent. Let's go check out this property. Boston in January, it is cold.
It's chilly, it really is.
This is an amazing property. I'm psyched to be here.
Thank you, I'm psyched to have you and show you this amazing house. So let's see it.
Check it out.
20-foot ceilings. Winter Wonderland over here.
Love the holiday spirit.
Gas fireplace, high ceilings. They have those electronic shades that you just touch the button and they go up.
Not a bad room to wake up, get out of bed, have your coffee, watch TV. Beautiful setting.
Yep.
I take it.
Walk-in closet. Beautiful master bath. Soak-in tub. I love the open concept, Chris. You know, so you can...
Amazing place. I can imagine having made your family dinner, holiday dinner here.
Yes.
Beautiful setting.
I love the kitchen the most because I love the feeling of cooking and cleaning and you still get to entertain with the open concept. Another gas fireplace, 10-foot ceilings.
This is a really cool space.
And come on up and check out the 5-bedroom.
A lot of room in this house.
This is another master suite on the 2nd floor. Again, 10-foot ceilings, gas fireplace, and the full bath actually enters into the office.
See myself working here. Not a bad spot. Get some deals done, right?
Perfect.
Play a little guitar.
Now I'm going to take you to my favorite place of the whole house.
Now this is the part that we really want to see. This is where all the fun stuff happens.
Okay, my most favorite room of the whole place, theater room.
Not a bad place.
You never have to go to the movies again. Open bar. There's a refrigerator, dishwasher, micro, all glass tile.
Does McCallum stay?
It all stays. Gas fireplace.
This is a pretty cool spot for sure.
Pool table comes with this house. So if anybody wants to play a little pool. So what did you think, Chris?
This property is amazing, right? And the basement though, it really speaks for itself. I don't think I'd ever leave.
No.
I mean, I'm sure every buyer says that, right?
Oh,
At least the guy.
Amazing.
Well, thank you for having me, Louise.
Thank you so much for coming. How about getting a quick cup of coffee at Christina's, one of my favorite cafes.
Love it. Let's go.
So Chris, what did you think of Linfield?
I love it.
Do you like Ramsdale? Do you like Christina's? What do you think?
I do, and I'm originally from the North Shore. I migrated to the south because of my wife and her family down there, but it really is a great place to be. You guys are right outside the city. I've heard so much about Market Street. We're gonna have to check that out next time.
Definitely.
I think that, you know, the shops and what that brings to the area, and once again, the schools. I mean, this is a great town to live in.
Definitely.
And you can come and get your coffee at Christina's. So, well, thank you, Louise. It was a pleasure having you on American Dream. Until next time.
Well, man, you've broken down all the components of it. Can we see the end product?
If I could throw to it, you can see the end product.
Well, I host a show. That's kind of my job. But all right, man, you've done such a good job. Take it away.
All right, right now you're gonna watch a video that we did for the Park in Bakersfield, one of the most luxurious properties in all of Southern California, and one of my favorite video projects I've ever been a part of. Check it out.
I wanna come over, I wanna go out. You ain't gotta ask me, you ain't gotta know how. I wanna get fancy, I wanna roll high. Let's get hot, darling, let's teach them right. I wanna come over, yeah, I wanna go out. Living like tomorrow's out of mind right now. I wanna get fancy. We only got love, but a light supply.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream from Anguilla. This show has always been about real estate. It's been about lifestyle, but truthfully, it's about relationships. That's what The American Dream is all about. We're gonna go cheers now. Cheers to your American Dream.